So guys, I just got this new Autool STD-206 smoke machine. I want to do an unboxing with it. So here's the box we get, and we'll open it up, show you what all it comes with. So you get your smoke machine. Turn it around. There we go. Then you get your box of accessories. There we go. And in this box, you get your owner's manual, you get an inflatable bladder, which you can just squeeze it and you pump it up. I think it goes up to like 4.5 inches. You get a hook for on top of it. There you go. You get a cone for in the intake. You get a bottle to put oil in. You get one of these adapters for the end of it that goes down to, looks like a smaller point. So you get a tool for removing the straighter valves in the Evap lines. And you get an adapter for the Evap ports, which are really common on like GM and Ford. Let's see. You also get a bunch of adapters. These are just plugs for plugging off different ports like your exhaust or ports in the intake. There you go, you get a bunch of those. You get your clamps from the battery. They plug right into the back of the tool, right here in the bottom. And you also get a bunch of caps. It's not a huge selection of caps. But they're pretty pliable. They're like a rubber. And then you get the hose that attaches to the back down here in the bottom. The only thing you don't get with it is oil for the smoke. So like you can use like I think baby oil, or I actually have smoke, like oil for the smoke machine that has dye in it. I can show you that. So I'm gonna get this all set up and we'll try it on a vehicle. Okay guys, so I'll show you how to set this up now. You want to take your bladder or your cone and you want to stick it in the intake for whatever you're trying to test. If it's the exhaust, you put it in the exhaust. And you want to crank your valve closed, and then you want to pump it up. Until the bladder expands to take up the whole size in there. There we go. Then you want to take your hose and connect your hose in here. You also, on the back, you want to make sure your hose is attached, and then you want to plug in your cables. So we'll plug our cables in, and then you want to connect your cables to your battery. So we'll connect them right here to our battery. There you go, you can see that. And now we're ready to test. Let's get you guys back up in place. So now you'll see our power lights on. So we can turn our air on. You want to make sure your switch is on the side. Then we turn our smoke on. Well, actually here, I'll leave this off so you can see the smoke. So we want to turn our flow up. Let's see, I'm going the wrong way. There you go, you can see our flow gauge go up. And you can see our smoke coming out. So we'll go to like max air, which you guys can see that puts out a ton of smoke. So we'll connect this up to our intake and we'll look for our leak. Now you have to keep an eye on your pressure gauge. If you're doing evap, you don't want to go over like 2 psi. This thing can put out a lot of pressure. And as you can see, let me take you guys off the stand. See, smoke is actually coming out our EGR valve back here. It's just pouring out. You can see it just pouring out from back there. The wind's blowing, guys, so it's gonna blow it all around. You really want to do this in a calm area. Now, something to keep in mind, you gotta be careful about, like I said, about the evap and the pressure. Because let me show you this. So if we take this hose back off over here and I plug this, watch our pressure. Look at how high that goes. We can get over 15 psi out of this machine. It's hard for me to hold my finger on there. But if you put that into like an evap system, you'll blow apart a line or damage something. Let's see if I pinch the line. Pinching the line's probably easy. Sorry about that, guys. Knocked the camera over. But look, I'm pinching the line right here. You can see we're over 15 psi right now. So this might be great for checking for boost leaks in a system, but you don't want to use that on like an evap. And then like you can regulate the pressure down by turning this knob. So like if we turn this knob down, you'll see we can make the pressure go lower. Let's see. So see, now we're not really building any. So it's something to be mindful about. So you can see that. Now it won't build 15 psi. But yeah, you just, like if you're checking for an evap leak, you want the flow to hit 0. So like you can see it's like around like half right now, in between 1 and 0. See, we're at 0. So hope you guys like this. I think it's pretty cool that it has a built-in compressor. And like here's your gauge for the amount of smoke you have in there. And this is what, amount of fluid you have in there. This is what mine looks like. Because this has a dye in it, so it glows in the dark. Like you can use those like yellow glasses and a black light, and then you can see it glowing. But hope you guys like it. See you later.